muffins are what you're looking for. Hi, and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which you press with ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share, and comment. And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. These egg muffins are a real fun recipe because you can use whatever you like and whatever you have. Today we're going to be using some red bell peppers which I've finely chopped, some green onions which I've also finely chopped, and the onion portion I have chopped separately. I've got some grape tomatoes which I've sliced, some broccolini because that's what I had handy at home. You can also use broccoli, some corn, finely diced carrot, and I'm using turkey bacon here because once again that's what I had handy at home. You can use regular bacon and fry it before using. And we've got some green bell peppers, mushrooms which we're going to slice and cook before we add them in, and we've got some grated mozzarella cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you have handy at home. I've got 12 large eggs and I'm going to crack them and add them into a measuring jug. And I'm going to season the eggs with some salt. You can just add salt to taste and some freshly cracked black pepper. And once again, that will be to taste. Now let's whisk the eggs up. Just going to break them down a bit first. And now that the eggs are well beaten, we're going to keep them aside and cut up the mushrooms. The best way to clean mushrooms is to take a clean kitchen paper towel and just rub them to take out any of that dirt that may be on them. If you wash a mushroom under faucet, when you go to cook it, it's going to release a lot of water. Just cut these down, slice them up. You can use any mushrooms that you have handy at home. You can even use pre-cut mushrooms if you want. I've heated the skillet on a high heat and we're just going to add in a blob of butter just to add some extra flavor. And now into that we're going to add the mushrooms. And we're going to cook the mushrooms on a high heat because we want to avoid them from releasing any water. Mushrooms cook very quick, so you've got to keep a close eye on them. And now that they're almost done, this is the time you're going to add the salt in, because once you add the salt, it has a tendency to release water. So we're just going to give it a quick saute and take it off the heat. And I'm using a muffin tray here to make the egg muffins. You could even use a silicone tray if you wanted, or even ramekins for that matter. I'm just going to pour a little oil into one of the cups, and then we're going to use that oil to start brushing the rest of the cups. This is going to help the egg muffins release from the tray easily once they're ready. For a little more decadent flavor, you could also brush on melted butter instead of oil. But we are trying to keep it a little bit healthy, so we're going in with the oil. And now would be a good time to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. As a base for all the flavors, we're going to add in some of those green onions that we had chopped. This gives a lovely bite to the egg cups and a nice little crunch. You've got about quarter cup of each of our mix-ins, and you could always add more or less depending upon your preference. And now we're going to add in some of the stalks that we have chopped of the green onion. You can go a little light first, and if you want, you can always add in more later. This is your time to be creative. You can do whatever you like, whatever combinations you want, and I'm telling you, it's going to be delicious. So for our first variety, we're going to make the vegetarian one, and we're going to put in just a little bit of the finely chopped carrots that we've got. Now let's add in some of the corn that we have. Wow, just look at all those colors. Now these are not only going to taste good, but they're also going to look very appetizing. And now we're just going to add in some of the broccolini on the top. We have to keep some place for the egg to go into. Just a little bit. Now for the next variety, we're going to go in with some finely chopped red bell pepper. Just going to add some at the bottom here. Now once again, you can use any colored bell pepper that you like. And now we're going to add in some of those mushrooms that we just cooked. And now we're going to add on some of that turkey bacon that we had chopped earlier. And this is really great if you have picky eaters in your family, because you could customize them to suit each one's taste. Now for our last combination, we're going to add in some more of that turkey bacon at the bottom. You can tell from this that we are really fond of bacon. Now some green bell peppers, which are finely chopped. Sometimes when you do meal preps, it can tend to become a little bit monotonous eating the same thing over and over again. But by changing up the flavors, you're keeping the surprise alive. And now we're going to add the grape tomatoes on the top. Now we're going to take the eggs that we beat up and we're going to pour it into the muffin tray. And we're going to fill it till it's about 3/4 full. Don't overfill it because then it'll tend to spill when it's baking. I'm keeping a little space on the top so that we can put some cheese. We want all that goodness into every cup. Now that you have this easy recipe on hand, you can skip the stop to go to Starbucks on your way to work or to school. And now let's add on that cheese on the top. Wow. Now if you like a little spice, you could even add in some red chili flakes into some of them. Now we're going to pop this into our preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Oh wow, just look at these. How delicious. When the egg muffins cook, they tend to rise. That's why when we fill it only 3/4 full. And now we're going to allow them to cool a little bit before we take them out from the muffin tray. And while they cool, you'll find that they will go down a little bit. To take them out of the muffin tray, you're just going to run our offset spatula all around just to ease them out. They come out so easily. Look at that. Beautiful. And that's our next variety. And that's the third. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And now that the kids are going back to school, this becomes really handy to grab and go. And now it's time to give the egg muffins a taste. Oh, they look so delicious. And they're so easy to make, and you can just put anything that you like. That's what I like most about this. Well, these egg muffins are so delicious, I could have them for every meal. I hope you give this recipe a try. So hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, or you can hit on the link in the description box below for the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.